What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. My name is Fortan Zimbo. I am your African brother. Yes, I'm back again here. Concern as the African, I believe African is the Garden of Eden. That's what I believe. Black people, the diaspora, everywhere we are, we all struggle the same. We all struggle the same. It doesn't matter what country or what continent you live, as long as you're black, we suffer the same. So today I'm gonna reacting one video of Patrice Lumumba, of Kenya. He's speaking about African leader because we don't have a leader. We have uprising of one leader, or should I say three of them, in Mali and Burkina Faso and Niger. I believe them three leaders, they're trying their best for the country, but beside that, we have no leader. Burkina Faso leader Ibrahim Traore, he's definitely trying, and he speaks about the African. He don't just speak about his own country. He thinks about the entire continent of Africa. But you know what? When we strive for greed, it's hard to help other people. No matter how much I can curse the leadership of Donald Trump, that's true. I don't like Donald Trump. I just don't like Donald Trump. I can't stand Donald Trump. But the African leader, we have the most disaster leader in the entire world. It's like we don't make any progression when it comes to our own country. We're so fast to run to the European and the American. Now the Chinese, sooner or later the Indian. That's what we're gonna be doing. We will run to the people that they don't like us. Can you imagine the entire race of black people? You have the white race and the Asian, the Chinese race and the Arabic race. Do you know what they all have in common? They hate us. They really hate us. They don't like our skin color. They can't stand us. They can't stand us. But do you know what the slave we do? We run away to the master. We are like a bunch of fools. Every president in Africa, we are like a bunch of baby that doesn't know nothing. We still cry for candy to the master. Come on. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with the African leader? You have certain African leader, they've been in power for 42 years, 40 years, 35 years, 30 or 20 years in power. But look at the country, look at the way the people. Do you know in Europe, when you're studying, start from beginning, you start studying, you go primary school, you go secondary school, you go to college, university, you start working, there's a job, you have to find something. There's a couple of jobs that you can find, even a little job, you will get it, that you start, feeding yourself. You start depending on yourself, and after that, if when you retire, there is something for you as well. The leader of the European, they found a strategy where how to help the elderly people as they grow old. There's something for them. In Africa, it's not like that. In Africa, you go to school, you study all your life. There's no job waiting for you. There's no retirement for you. There's none. There's zero. You have to pay for your school, you have to pay for everything in Africa. There is not motivation or whatever, something that there's none. The way it is in Europe and or America, there's nothing like that in Africa. We've been through slavery, colonization, imperialism, all of this garbage in Africa. The European, they did experience that, but we experienced that. Until this day, 2025, we still in a lot of countries in Africa, we still in war with each other. We're killing each other, and we have all the resources that we need to have in Africa. But do you know the problem we have? We don't serve our people, but we serve the European. Make that make any sense? We have a leader that have the concern to the European country, the European leader. They listen to what the European leader they say to them. They go over there to the European countries and Asian countries. When they call them like a goddamn stupid puppet, they go over there like a children. They go to pay the they're more concerned about what is happening to the European than their own country, their own people. Black people, we are our own problem. We're struggling to fight the European. We're struggling to fight the Asian. We're struggling to fight the Arabic. Can you see that? We don't come together. We don't unite it so we can find a strategy way to fix our country, to fix our people. We are the race that we need a reset. We need a reset. If there was a button so I can press so we can just be reset everything so our mind can go back in a better way, I'll do that. Because I don't understand our leader. What does it take? What can we do? Because there is so many smart young people, young children in Africa. But do you know, lack of investment, lack of opportunity for our children, for our people, because our leader, they're more concerned to the European, the American, the Asian, the Arabic, and they always run to the people that they hate them. I always trying to wrap my head with that. I'm thinking, why? A black person rather trust a stranger that don't look like him rather than his own people. We really have a serious issue. That's why, I'm gonna play this one. I wanna hear what Patrice, what he's gonna say here about a leader, about a stupid leader, because our leader, I just don't understand how they think. They're so greedy on education, uncivilized. They just uncivilized. It's like they don't care about their own people. Country can be rotten in a mad way. They don't care. They only think about themselves and the people that are around them. Just the same way you see Donald Trump is thinking about his own people around him, the same way Africa leader they've been. So imagine African leader they've been like that for decade and decade. They are the most stupid leader I ever seen in my entire life. The African leader. They are the embarrassment leader ever. They should not be in the position they are. Our people, they've been struggling for decade. Imagine the Arabic, they made us suffer. The white people, they made us suffer. Asian people, they're making us suffer. Imagine this. And the worst thing is, we making our own self suffer. Make that make any sense? Really? What is wrong with us African? There must be something serious wrong with us. So we're gonna follow what Patrick's gonna say here.
From Liberia. And in that post, he says poignantly, why is it that Africans are so concerned about the conflict in the Gaza Strip and the conflict between Ukraine and Russia, with our media houses reporting it on a daily basis? Yet there is a conflict in Sudan, which has occasioned perhaps the worst humanitarian situation in the recent past. When there is a conflict in southern Cameroon, where children have not gone to school for many years, yet there is a conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo, yet there is an ease in Somalia, yet there is an ease in the Amhara region in Ethiopia, yet there is an ease in Central African Republic, yet there is insurgency in northern Burkina, Mali, Chad, and an ease in Guinea. And I asked myself, what is the problem? And I answered by saying, it is because we do not write our story. It is because we are defined by others. And as long as we are defined by others, as Malcolm X said famously, unless the African in the continent is respected, no black man or woman will be respected outside of the continent of Africa.
Facts. Oh, my Lord. And Malcolm X absolutely did say that. And that's really, really a fact. I don't care wherever black people we are, no matter how much black America they can try in America to try to build themselves 110%, or the European Negro they can try to build themselves in Europe and 110%, or the Caribbean Negro they can try build themselves 110%. Long as Africa is in the bottom, we will never get any respect. Anyway, a Chinese man got respect because China is respectful everywhere. China is building at the bottom from World War II, from the imperialism of the Japanese. China built itself faster than we can ever imagine. That's why China everywhere the people they go, they get respect. Only race that don't get respect is us black people. Long as Africa is now built, our leader, they just was, man. If I had money, I'll go analyze all of them, every single leader of African. That's how much they makes me angry. When I'm talking about Africa, they make me angry. I feel so many pain. Look, when I am imagining the suffer Black America they go through every day, not just back in the day, but every day until 2025. When I imagine what they getting suffer from, European Negro they getting suffer from abuse of discrimination, racism, or white supremacy, you know, it makes my blood boil because I'm thinking, how come us African were so stupid and greedy? Why we're so stupid? We don't think about anything but ourselves. And the worst part, we want to cast Black American, we want to cast the Caribbean, we want to cast any black people where they live African. We don't think deep. There is no thinker in Africa. Where is our creativity? What is wrong with us? I've been asking this question for decade and decade. What is wrong with us African? If African build itself proper, everywhere black people we are, we're gonna get respect. People, they don't respect us because Africa, we are the most stupid. We are in the bottom. How can Donald Trump respect any African leader? Because they don't see us as leader. They see us as stupid. This is my problem with us, the African. We put every black people, everywhere black people they are, can be in Australia, can be in South America, North America, Central America, or it can be in Europe and can be in Caribbean, whatever black people, where they live, African, we put disaster in all of them black because we don't know how to build ourselves. We don't know how to build a country. We live in a disaster where our leader, they are the most stupidity leader I ever seen. They don't think, they don't fix their country. They don't work together. They got European Union. They work together and they build a country. You can see similarity if you go to any of these European country, France, UK, Germany, Belgium, Dutch, whatever them country you go, you see similarity because they work together. You go to America, all the European that they moved to America, they took all the name that they had, they had in European, they took it over there in America. You go to America, you see there's a lot of name over there of European name. It's there because they are the same people. Only us African, we only work, when the Chinese they call us because they call us like we're like children. When they call us, we run to them fast. When the white people they call us, they summon us. Come fast. We need you, African. All of you gather around. Come around. We need to talk to you guys about your stupid countries. We run to the master so fast because you know what? The master is calling. So we need to be so scary and let's go. Can our children they have any future? That's why I'm talking about. How can our children love themselves and our country? How can they love their God, themselves, and their country? They can't because they have no idea who can love. They can love. They have no idea. How can I fight for my country when my country don't fight for me? How can I pull love for my country when my country don't give me love? Our children, they go through struggle every day in Africa. And this is the sad part. Only God can, I'm not even going to say only God can help us. Only us, we can help ourselves. We need to reset ourselves. We need to press the button so we can set ourselves back, so we can try to work in ourselves properly. Ladies and gentlemen, this was just, a little bit of my take. I'm going to carry on, with this video, Patrick. So I want to see what he's saying more so I can try to react on this. This was only for education purpose. I hope, we can try to build a community, especially for young black men and females, so we can try to learn certain way how to find a strategy for ourselves, for our children, because the future belongs to them. So they need to understand we're living in a society. It's not easy being a black person. It's not easy at all. Everywhere you go, everywhere you are hated. Nobody likes you, but you need to love yourself. The world hates you as much your own race, they hate you as well. Black people, we need to understand how to love ourselves. We need to understand men everywhere. We need to stand up because our children, they need us. Our children, they need us. We need to stand up. We need to unite it. The problem with us is that. But I hope we can gain something from all of this. Let's try to focus on ourselves so we can build a life. The future hangs in a balance for our children. I'll catch you guys to the next video. Peace.